I was never a fan of vanilla Persona 5 ending. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but for a game that starts off with a bang, with an out of context heist and then builds up for ages and a climax that also has a bang, the ending is pretty whelming. It has goosebump inducing moments like the meter reaching 100%, Ghost Morgana saying bye to the homies, but it has some stupid moments like this fucking cat just showing up 2 months later after disappearing. His reason being, I thought it'd be awkward to just show up after I said bye, so I roamed Japan on my own for 2 months, letting you all think I was dead. I think about it sometimes and I get mad, like, wow, that was ridiculously stupid. That alone didn't ruin the ending for me, but everything just kind of fell into place afterwards. You know, like as soon as this whole thing with the Velar room ended and we were reinvigorated or whatever, everything afterwards was just really straightforward and obvious. Nothing surprising, nothing made me feel heartwarmed or crushed or reminiscent. It just kinda went how I expected it to. You know, we beat the enemy that beat us initially. Morgana dying would have been crazy, but he comes back just dandy. We say bye to each other and we call it a day. Like yeah, saying bye to the confidants was touching, but I consider that more of a side thing, you know? Like the plot itself is over at this point, and it's just a bonus we get. Maybe something incorporating this fella would have been nice, but nope, he's just dead. Can't do much with a dead guy, so. Like I said, the game is very memorable overall, but compared to Persona 3, whose ending is a masterpiece, and Persona 4 Golden, which is extremely memorable, Persona 5's ending was just alright. But then, Persona 5 Royal was announced and oh baby we had a chance. I was so excited, I didn't know what to expect, but new characters means a new ending. Gosh, I can't wait to see how they spice this up. I play the game, get introduced to these two who are neat, but yeah, nothing crazy. You get to December, everything is going like the first game till suddenly...
There's no need for that.
Big Akechi is back, and oh shit gets crazy from here on out. I never thought I could feel this sense of wonder for Persona 5 again since I had played it like 3 or 4 times already. But Royal was proving itself to be something else, man. Connecting the dots and discovering we were in an alternate reality was amazing, and then getting to fight just with these two, and how fucking badass Akechi was.
You piece of shit! I'm gonna kill you!
Then Big Marux comes in. Kinda saw it coming, but was still cool to see. Then the Sumire reveal left me dumbfounded, shocked, appalled. I could have lived my whole life and never once have guessed this was going on. While one part of me was thinking, holy crap, this whole series of events has been amazing. The third semester is goated. Another part of me was thinking, how the hell are they going to keep up this quality of juice till the ending? And spoiler alert, they don't. Fast forward to us sending the calling card to Maruki. Everything beforehand is great. It's mostly combat after the reveal and the homies coming back, with a mix of Maruki lore that allows us to empathize with him even more. Now, it's gamer time. Life Will Change 2 starts to play, we're all hyped as hell for this fight, and whew, I'm ready. We beat Maruki, but obviously we don't because it's a JRPG and there's a second phase. And then there's a third scripted phase. We get a cute cutscene to beat him, you know, Checkmate's not as badass as Begun, and there's no huge mega persona behind me, but come on, I'm nitpicking at this point, right? This is solid. Then we move on to Maruki on his last leg, a raw cry of confusion, desperation, anger, agonizing how his plan to make what he believes to be a better world will not come into fruition. His efforts in vain after all that he's been through with Rumi and his work. Then we have Sumire come up to him, one of their last interactions where she explains again why she, of all people, doesn't want this. It's touching, it's fitting, and it was great to see the two have this small interaction. Fun fact, it's actually possible to not get this small dialogue. I didn't know this was a thing, I was just doing research and I found out that, yeah, you can just straight up not get it. I think it's if you don't get Kasumi to level 10 confidant, but yeah, fun fact, I didn't know, so I thought I'd share. If it ended here and we just, found our way back to reality, it would have been great. But instead, disaster strikes.
Nona-senpai, can you fly? But I'm a car. There's no way I can...
No, don't tell me you're gonna turn into an airplane.
It's now or never. I have to fly.
No. God damn it.
The Morganacopter is the stupidest, most lazy piece of writing I've ever seen in video game history. The tense atmosphere from the moment before and the emotional outburst of Maruki is just gone, reduced to fucking atoms. Like I was feeling something, and now all I feel is anger. What the hell is this? This is like the big daddy of all Deus Ex Machinas, but it's worse, because it's so silly. I know what some of you are thinking. Nick, if you could deal with Morganacar, why does Morganacopter bother you so much? It's such a small portion of the ending. Bro, like it never made sense to me in the first place that Morgana could turn into a car. I just accepted it and moved on, because dwelling on it would bother me way too much. And I know you're thinking, just do the same for the ending, but you can't just do that, you know? It's different, man. When I think of the conclusion of a game, I think of what it made me feel, how satisfying it ties everything together. When it comes to P5R, all I can think about is this convenient-ass plot armor that they half-ass in trying to explain later. I think that's what bothers me the most about it, the fact it's so convenient and silly and so strikingly bizarre that it completely clashes with what they've been trying to set up this whole time. And I can't just ignore it and move on. Why would I pretend a part of a story doesn't exist and give the game false praise for something that is clearly flawed, especially in the ending where one expects to leave with a satisfying and strong conclusion? This is honestly a stain in the legacy of P5R. But then we encounter another sin. Yup, I'm talking about the fist fight. Listen, I get the idea behind it. I get it. You know, Maruki lost his attempt at creating a world that he believes is free of pain and suffering. He was so close, but it was ruined by us, the gang. At this point, he just wants to punch the shit out of the person who ruined it for him. It's a cathartic moment where he just wants to let his emotions loose. It has that nice sense of symbolism to it. At the same time, I strongly believe we'd be way better without it.
Let's begin.
We fist fighting? Bro, there's no fucking way, right?
This just looks so stupid, and any sense of emotion that was intact even after Morganacopter was crucified here. These two twigs going at it just looks so funny more than anything. Maruki's voice acting was great here, and it could have been so good, but I feel like they went a bit too far in trying to add a sense of realism to the point that it's silly. Like we just fought with big, godlike demons that have the power to distort reality, and now we're out here tussling with our fist.
God damn, bro, we were so close to greatness. What are we doing? Wabba!
At this point, I'm crushed. I really had high hopes for this game that we get a smooth, satisfying conclusion. It was all there. They were so close. Even better, they had an actual human as the final boss, so it's so much easier to get attached and feel that emotion as opposed to a faceless god thing. But instead, they dropped the ball by ruining the ambience they had set so perfectly. And again, we get another whelming conclusion. Don't get me wrong, they did do some things right, like with Big Ketch getting a fantastic arc, handling these two fantastically, and making Morgana come back the day after.
This is so much better than Persona 5 by oh!
But overall, when you consider the ending as a whole, those two moments will forever shatter that emotion and feeling they were aiming to create.